Local artisans and entrepreneurs can once again come together for this much-awaited fundraiser event. Maarte Fair is back for its 11th edition. And to tell us more about it, we have with us today Museum Foundation of the Philippines Vice President Phyllis Saballero and exhibitors Al Valenciano of Balay ni Atong and Jamir Ocampo of Chaalaya. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us so bright and early with all of your wares and lots of stories to tell. So this year's event, Phyllis, is dubbed Maarte Open House.
That's
Why?
Right. That's right. Because the inspiration for this year is a heritage building that I used to have my studio in, the North Siquia Apartments. And we would have an open house Christmas party for 5 years. And it was such an event that was unforgettable for a lot of people. And since the Pen has this year, the Peninsula Hotel, has given us 2 floors with 41 rooms, I mean, 5th and 6th floors. We had these rooms with everything in it except for the beds, you know. But the bathrooms are there and everything. So it was a challenge to, how could we exhibit in separate rooms? And the open house concept was decided on. And since I'm the kind of the resident survivor of North Siquia, I was there for so long, 21 years. My studio was there, and so I'd lived through this. And it looks like it's been very popular in advance. We hope.
So it's sometimes like a lot of people that have witnessed the, the open house party scene can actually relive it once again through the Maarte Fair. And it's not only, having to enjoy all of these wonderful artisan crafts, but it's also a time to mingle and get together because you are going to be having parties later on at night.
And since we all know each other, our exhibitors, a lot of them, like Al, has been with us from the very beginning, 11 years ago. He can talk about that. So, we know each other, and we've been, a very tight.
How many exhibitors will be partaking in this year's Maarte?
At last count, 71.
70.
About 70.
Yeah.
And how many old? Like, you guys have been there for about 11 years, and so many more, and new ones?
But we encourage new ones. I mean, we have people who have never really shown before, and it's the first time they're out in in public, and it has happened many times that they go on to bigger.
How important is the Maarte Fair for artisans such as yourselves?
Well, Maarte provides a platform for artisans to show their wares because our production, it's slow art. So our production is very limited, so you don't really have products for the mass market. So
which is why you encourage also all of your patrons to please show up early to enjoy and get as much crafts and wonderful things as you can. And as we mentioned earlier, we do have with us 2 of this year's exhibitors. We have Balay ni Atong and Chaalaya. So let's talk to Al. I spoke to you earlier of the Balay ni Atong. And your brand takes pride in local artisans, and you mentioned weaving textiles that have produced in the Ilocos region. And this tradition, as you mentioned earlier, is an inabel. It's called inabel. So tell us more about this. And what can we expect in your Balay ni Atong?
Well, I've been working with weaving communities for the last 20 years. But it's only in the last 10 or 11 years that we started harvesting. It was a research work. It's a museum work to recreate all these things. So we have naturally dyed things. We're bringing out a lot of silk. This is silk that's woven in Ilocos, and we grow the silk in Bacnotan, in La Union. And of course, we have a lot of embroidery. One special thing is this turtle. It's done by kids for a summer program. So the kids signed them.
Yeah, wonderful. A lot of something for everyone, I guess, something for everyone. And as our viewers can also see, we have a wonderful tea set up here, and that is from Chaalaya, and who is also participating in Maarte Fair. So what can we expect? I know you brought some wonderful new flavors to try.
So basically, it's always for Chaalaya to celebrate, in the celebration of Maarte Fair, to launch new flavors. as we also work with the theme of Maarte in terms of supporting and promoting our local artisans. So here it's all about local ingredients, local flavors, and basically we want to come up with new experience in terms of trying our local herbs, ingredients, to come up with this Philippine tea experience. For the past 3 years, actually the first years, we're doing also this Maarte tea event. We call it Maarte. It's also part of the fundraising on how to support the Museum Foundation by having this a fabulous afternoon tea event.
And obviously, it has helped both of you in terms of your brand because you have been coming back year after year
yes.
to join the Maarte Fair.
Yes. The Maarte has also a community of a market that also knows how to support and promote Filipino brands. And true enough, both the merchants and also those market patrons go there more than the product by itself, also trying to promote all this Filipino creativity.
Like what I'm wearing.
I love it. I am so sold and I am so ready to go. When can we attend the Maarte Fair? It's happening soon, August.
Soon, this coming weekend.
Yeah.
We have the 16th, which is Friday, 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Okay.
It will open at 10 in the morning and then close at 8. Since we have 2 floors exclusively for us, you can linger maybe after
I like
8.
that. You can linger, and not only that, but do linger because not only do they also have wonderful stuff to sell and to showcase, but there are also talks that people can listen in.
We choose 3 speakers from among our exhibitors every year. And this year, the talks will take place in the afternoon of each day.
Okay.
On August 16th, Joey De Castro will speak about his art. He's a potter. On the 17th, it will be Tweety De Leon.
Okay.
With her jewelry,
Wonderful.
lovely,
I love her jewelry, yes.
and she speaks very well. And then on the 18th is a new person that we're having, and he is a watchmaker, making watches locally. The brand is Ibarra, after Rizal, because he's a Rizal groupie. And he imports the makings and he mixes. So he will be talking about how this happened.
Okay.
And may I add something?
Yes, please.
That since each floor, the pen puts up a bar. So you can
And you look
shop
at me,
and
right? And you
lounge. And I must tell you that this year they're making a special cocktail called the Maarte cocktail, which you can buy with a voucher from us if you like, or you can buy it from the pen, and it will be a gin-based special cocktail.
There you go. A lot more reasons to go and to show up.
Then you'll shop a bit more.
I like that idea. Thank you so much for being with us today, and of course for showcasing your wares. Again, Museum Foundation Phyllis Saballero and Balay ni Atong's Al Valenciano and Taalaya Jamir Ocampo. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.